YouTube, so I am back to bring you a new series that I am calling Fave or Save. I just did like a test on these, so my hand's kind of stained, so don't mind me. So what this series is going to entail, it's going to be basically like a hot or not video. Should you get it, it's a fave, or should you not? Should you just save? Save your money, get something else, or get a better product, something like that. So my first fave or save is actually going to be about the new Physicians Formula Insta Ready Full Coverage Concealer. Duh! First and foremost, I'm going to give you my first thoughts on this. This is not a good shade range. Secondly, it comes with like this little mini dupe of the Beauty Blender. It doesn't get like super big and soft. It's a much more almost spongy, thick material than a Beauty Blender is, but it has like a little tapered top. Mine's kind of like gross. It has like the little taper top. Mine's disgusting. It has stains on it. And I just use it to dab this concealer in. This is the latest shade. It is in the color Fair. Here are my thoughts. So this is pretty yellow toned for a fair color. It definitely builds up to be like a medium to full coverage. That being said, it creases a little bit under my eyes. The little like tiny creases like right under there, I notice it can like pool to there when I blend it out, but once set with a setting powder, it does pretty decent. I really do enjoy it. Now, it is a pump top, which I actually am like, I like that. I think it's pretty sanitary, but it dispenses a lot of products. Like and it's like hard. You really kind of have to press down. Okay. See, now I just got a ton of product. Now, what does this product remind you of? The MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. So I've been wearing them side by side, and the light tone for so this is the Physicians Formula. This is the MAC. The MAC, to me, is a little more liquidy. See how it's like dripping down my hand. I have the color in the MAC NW15. It's dripping down my hand, so it is a little more liquidy. And I like that to be a little more liquidy because it's much easier to blend when it's not so thick. I do feel like these are very similar. The colors are so different for being light colors. Like you can clearly see the difference that the Physicians Formula is much pinker and darker. I do think they're pretty similar. I've worn them side by side. I haven't been able to tell a difference. Longevity is about 8 hours for both of them. Shade range is definitely better on the MAC Pro Longwear. It's definitely liquidier. It's easier to blend, the MAC Pro Longwear, which isn't even an easy to blend concealer in my opinion in the first place, but they're definitely both can get to full coverage. I feel like both of them sometimes sit on top of the skin a little bit too long before they finally settle down into your skin. This being said, this is $22. This was like 10 or like 12. So there is a price difference. They're both super similar in that they both pump out way too much product. And I'm like, oh, what the hell? Like, I do not need that much. But like, look at them next to each other. Here is the MAC. There is the Physicians Formula. I will say the MAC does blend in better than this does. However, I don't think it's big enough a difference to opt for one over the other one. I love my MAC Pro Longwear, but I've also really been enjoying this Physicians Formula. This one is my favorite, but this is very similar. Not as creamy, not as liquidy, takes a little more to blend, but very similar. Another thing that I like a little bit better than the MAC is it dries a little bit faster. This stays tacky on your skin for a little longer, about 30 more seconds that you're sitting there like, okay, blend in, dot, 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 dot. But the effect I get is very much the same. The coverage I get is very much the same even when I wear them side by side. I can't really tell a difference when I'm going through my work day. So to sum this all up, the differences between the Physicians Formula and the MAC Pro Longwear, I do feel like the Physicians Formula has a poor color selection compared to the MAC Pro Longwear. I do feel like the MAC Pro Longwear is a little more liquidy and creamy and blends into the skin faster than the Physicians Formula. I do feel like they both dispense poorly, way too much with the pump. I do feel feel like they are both thick, full coverage that are best used with a Real Techniques or Beauty Blender to put in like a damp one under your eyes. You actually do get more, even though it doesn't look like it. In the Physicians Formula, you get 0.37 ounces, whereas this you get 0.3 ounces in the MAC, so MAC's 0.3. Physicians Formula is 0.37. Physicians Formula comes with a little like fake beauty blender to dab in, which I don't hate. I actually kind of enjoyed this product. And at the end of the day, the price difference is very different. This is around $10 to $12.99. This is about $22. So if you really were looking for wanting to try this and it's kind of breaking the bank, not that this is like a cheap option, but I feel like it's about 90% dupe for the MAC Pro Longwear, which I love. So I actually do really like this concealer. I feel like it works pretty well. The color, while not being my favorite, is the lightest color they have. I wish they had a lighter shade because sometimes this is a little dark in front of my eyes, but we do know how poor Physicians Formula is with their freaking color selection. I don't know when they're gonna expand that. Maybe one day, maybe never. People have been pleading with them to expand their color selections on everything. So actually, when it comes to the Insta-Ready concealer, I think that it is a fave. So go out and get it. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an awesome night and you enjoyed this little quick video, quick review, quick spew out and dupe video. Have an awesome night. Bye!